In the last video, you saw that while we were testing the Pro car, we had a timing belt tensioner fail that caused a catastrophic engine failure. But this wasn't just an ordinary 2JZ. It was a world's first Tomei 3.6 litre true 100mm stroked crank at 10:1 compression ratio. It made over 1100 horsepower at the dyno and over 1000 foot-pounds of torque with still room for more. This engine was truly something special. So when I suspected the worst, but also knew that we only had 5 days before we needed to leave for the final round of Formula Drift Japan, there was only one place I could call. And right away, they knew the mission. They opened the doors, and it was time to get to work.
Just quickly stopped in to see how the boys are going, and yeah, that's it's called a banana valve. I think what we're going to do is we're going to be giving away all 24 valves and merch orders. It's pretty impressive, honestly. We're so lucky that this happened at idle and it didn't happen at high RPM, because then that would have snapped off, fallen in, destroyed the piston, the bore, the head, everything would have been done. So we definitely were super lucky with this. Fortunately, the guides are not damaged, so we're just gonna slap a brand new set of OEM valves in. Everything's gonna get relapped, reassembled, and we should be good. The pistons seem to be okay. They're gonna disassemble the bottom end still and check the bearings and the rods and make sure that's all good. But so far it looks like we got out of this very lucky. Everything that's come out of this engine, bar the stuff that's hit each other, looks absolutely amazing. Everything is so clean. There's no crazy damage or scratch marks or any kind of wear, or everything just looks amazing. Looks like a brand new engine, like we didn't even drive it once. It's incredible. The crank, look at this thing. It looks brand new. This is the crank out of my engine, literally just came out. No wear, no scratches, nothing. Perfectly straight, everything. They're checking everything. Just taking a quick look at the head gasket right now. This isn't some kind of crazy copper one. We are just using a standard Tomei 1.2mm head gasket, and it looks amazing. It looks immaculate. This is the water wetter. This is what water wetter leaves on your gasket. It's kind of interesting. It's like this kind of pinkish kind of white stain. But yeah, looks incredible. They're about to start cleaning the block, but one other really cool thing is usually on the top of pistons when you run E85, if you're not running the oil additive that you mix with the fuel, you'll see like rust and stuff starting to form here, as well as on your valves or valve guides if they're still steel ones, as well as you'll sometimes see it on the seat rings too. But this looks amazing. No rust or anything happening there, which is awesome.
We're gonna let the boys at Tomei concentrate because there's not much time left, but we are back at the shop because I've been dying to show you guys this. The FD support pack is finally here, and I think we absolutely killed this year's design. It's pure fire, no pun intended, but go to sammit.net right now and place your order. The pack comes with a bunch of items, but the two best ones are the shirt and the support towel. This is a huge Japanese cultural thing. You'll see a bunch of people holding these up at Formula Drift or D1 events to support their favorite team, and I think we absolutely killed the design. Not only is this like a support flag, but you use it to stay cool, pack it with ice and all that type of stuff, and I've even been using mine as a sweat towel at the gym. It's freaking awesome. and I love it. Pre-orders are only open for 2 weeks. We only make these packs and sell them to those that want to support the Formula Drift program, and we only release 1 pack every year. It's a limited kind of collection thing. So if you want one, go to Sammit.net and place your order right now. And I almost forgot. I got 23 bent valves that I'm going to be signing and throwing in random people's orders that are placed in the first 72 hours. So don't sleep, go to Sammit.net and place your order for the FD support pack now.
The next day.
Special parts delivery for Tomei-san.
It's the next day and bam, we got a completely rebuilt engine ready to go back in the S15. Absolutely incredible turnaround time. How wild is this? We dropped this off like 2 days ago and it's going back in.
World's first 2J powered K-van.
Yeah, rear powered. Most horsepower this K-van's ever gonna see. We're back at the shop, we've got the motor, and we're gonna start working on piecing this together with all the accessories and stuff to drop it back in the bay tonight. But I just wanna say again, massive thank you to Tomei. They had this thing, I think we dropped it off. It's only been like, what, 72 hours? And now we've got a complete, fully rebuilt engine ready to go, ready to make 1100 on the dyno and at Formula Drift this weekend. We leave on Wednesday, and we're gonna be dynoing it on the way down to Okayama at Ion with Tanaka-san. It's also been bumped up a little bit in compression because the head's been shaved, obviously, and we've got the same thickness head gasket. So it's probably, the guy said that it's gonna be in the 10 to 1.5 range now, which is actually pretty cool. It's gonna be a little bit of a bump. But that aside, massive thank you to Tomei. It's a huge privilege and an honor to be working with the OG Tomei Powered Japan on Formula Drift this year with my engine program, and I'm beyond stoked. This motor has performed incredibly, and that kind of moves me into the next topic that I want to talk to you about on why it failed in the first place. All right, so let's talk tensioners real quick. Now, I thought we had an OEM one on there. For some reason, I had forgotten, but I actually had a billet upgraded tensioner bracket because I did some research before we built this motor, and I wanted to make sure that we upgraded that because it's known that the OEM ones tend to crack and fail after a period of time on a high horsepower engine, especially with a 3.6. We've got a lot of stroke in that crank, 100 mil. It's gonna create a lot more harmonics and vibration than what an OEM stock one is used to, right? So I bought this billet one. I thought I was doing the right thing. I did some research and I found like a forum where someone was talking about how they got this one. So this is the one I bought. I don't actually know what the brand is and there is no marking on it anywhere, but it's a billet steel one. The problem is, now I only learned about this now, that this has a major flaw. It has no like bushing or brass kind of collet or anything pressed in here. And Jay from RS Garage actually hinted to this, and he has a really good YouTube video where he has his bracket as well as like Rad Dan's and a bunch of other guys that make a really good billet aluminum one that has a pressed like brass bushing in here. Because the OEM one has that, and there's a reason. Metal on metal can marry, and that's what happened. because of the expansion rate and everything, this kind of gripped up on the OEM stud, and we're using the OEM like washer with it. We did everything correctly. It was lubricated. There's even still some lube on here now, but you can actually see the damage on the OEM bolt where they kind of married. And then under the tension, when this is doing its job and it's moving on the belt, it moves in the direction of undoing this, and undid it. Even with the Loctite and everything. This is a brand new one from the factory. Comes with red Loctite already on here for you to install into the front of your oil pump. This started backing out, which then completely destroyed my oil pump threads. So this is now junk. These oil pumps are not cheap. They are so expensive. All these OEM parts from Toyota now have gone up in price. Now, luckily, we were able to obviously get a new one from Toyota. We've moved our billet gears from PRP over to a new one, and we installed an OEM tensioner bracket for now. That will be getting replaced with the Rad Dan one that I've ordered that will arrive soon. But I just want to give you guys a heads up. If you've bought this billet steel one, get it off your engine as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the same situation as me. And I don't want to see anyone else dealing with this. Like, obviously, I'm very fortunate we work with Tomei and they're incredible. They were able to smash this out. But I am going to have a big invoice and a bill at the end of this. But it's all worth it because we're able to race and go and compete this weekend. So another quick plug, go get the FT support pack, please. But yeah, if you have this, take it off your car. Get one of those really nice ones from RS Garage. Real Street sells a good one too. I think Drift Motion sells a good one. That's an aluminum billet one with a special like copper brass bushing that's pressed in there, because you don't want to end up with this situation. So yeah, there you go. I had an upgraded one all along, and it just, the two married and backed off the bolt. It's happened, and there's a ton of people talking about it online. My DMs got so full of people when they recognized this tensioner bracket. It was kind of wild. I'm still new to the JZ platform. I know my RBs and SRs a lot more, so I really do appreciate all the advice and everyone that just sent me all the videos from Jay and stuff, and now I've been kind of binge watching all of his stuff to learn more. But yeah, that's why our engine failed, because of a part that I thought I was ordering to do something right, to make sure I didn't make a mistake, but in the end, it actually cost me because I didn't order the correct part to upgrade. So a little bit of advice for you guys. And I know this has been a long talking point, but yeah, for you guys as well, wondering and thinking I didn't use the right stuff, OEM washer, OEM brand new, tensioner bracket bolt was used. It had the Loctite on there, had everything. We went through the old videos because we documented the whole build and everything was correct. It's just a flawed part. It sucks. So yeah. Learn from my mistakes. Go get yourself a Rad Dan or an RS Garage one. They're probably the best ones on the market. One thing that's actually really cool, I hope the camera can focus and zoom in on this, you can actually see where it started walking as the bolt started backing out, where the tensioner is pressing, it's supposed to be in the center here, and as it kept coming further and further out, and the dot kind of tracks it. It's kind of wild. It's cool. But yeah. Done. That's a turd. Oh no, no, you won't let me down, Mr. 2J. Don't make me replace you with an RB, cause I'm dying to. Dun 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 dun.
Another cog in the murder machine. They said, no, teenagers scared of living. Engine in car go, yay. And you got a little bit more to do, turbo, downpipe, all the tedious stuff. But...
A few moments later.
Well, this is where we are at with the comp car, and I gotta say, really happy with the progress. It's currently Saturday night, and we're not leaving till Wednesday to head down. So I believe tomorrow, with another hour to two of work of just plugging in wiring harnesses, connecting fuel lines, putting the turbo and the dump pipe on and whatnot, we're gonna have this thing running in no time. Honestly, can't thank the guys at Tomei enough. Seriously, incredible. Complete faith in the engine. I know we're gonna be good. We've got a fair bit of little, cosmetic things to kind of fix up on the car, with this corner being dented up and stuff from the little crash. So we'll smash that out with the hammer, pull it out with the ratchet strap. We've got our fender and bumper back from being repaired, and that looks freaking amazing. And we've got a bunch of stickers to put back on and whatnot to make it all match. But something I did forget to talk to you guys about with the FD support pack is that there's actually more of a meaning to this than you think. This kanji here, this kanji is konjo, which means essentially grit. I mentioned this in a few videos back, but I've been reading this incredible book called Grit by a woman called Angela Duckworth, and she is this incredible psychologist that did this TED talk on it, and it kind of popped up on my feed one day, and that's how I kind of got onto it, and I got the book and started reading it, and it's really, really good. If you have long-term goals and you want to read something to understand how to get there, it's super good. I want to just quickly read this out to you so you guys understand that kanji a little bit better and what it means to have grit. But having grit means possessing a passionate, persevering attitude towards long-term, meaningful goals, characterized by resilience in the face of adversity and a willingness to work hard even after setbacks. So long story short, it essentially means never give up. It's that thing that people possess that stubbornly never give up until they achieve their goal. And it's pretty much everything we do. And definitely this year, it has definitely been a struggle. Last year I thought was tough, but this year was definitely even tougher. But that's also because we just stepped up so much. I really put a ton, not pressure, but expectations, I guess you could call that pressure. But I really stepped up, I feel, in me as a driver and as a mechanic, as a builder, and the car itself as well. The progression that we've experienced this year is incredible. And not just that, but just the support from everyone around me coming and trying to help. And I think I'm finally starting to understand what I need to do as a person to be able to perform the way that I need to in this car. Now, by no means am I at that professional, top competitive driver level yet that I want to be at, that I dream of being at. No, not even close, but I will be one day. And it really does take a lot to be able to upload your wins and losses and everything on the internet. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely been some times where I read some comments, I'm like, why am I even doing this? What's the point? I could just stop and not deal with this. But I've always said, I don't do this for anyone else but myself. And what I'm doing this for is because I want there to be this incredible story that everyone can watch my journey and they can feel inspired. We've come so far from working on my car in the driveway in the pouring rain to what we have now, and it would be so silly to give up now. So I think I'm gonna leave this here now with that little motivational speech or whatever. I don't really know what you'd call that, but I hope you don't mind me yapping for a fair bit. But I gotta go home, rest, sleep, come back tomorrow, finish putting this together, and we're gonna hear this thing start for the first time, which of course will be in the next video. So if you haven't liked, commented, subscribed yet, this is now your chance. Make sure you turn on all notifications when you subscribe too, if you want YouTube to actually tell you when I upload and treat it like an actual subscription. I don't know why they did this, but if you don't have all notifications turned on, you won't even be told sometimes when I upload, and that's super annoying and weird for me and you guys as well. So make sure you turn that on. And also, if you have any friends that you think would like this type of content, feel free to share it with them. But with that, I'm gonna go home. Thanks for watching today's video. I'm gonna see you in the next one, where this thing runs. So definitely make sure you got notifications turned on, because you're gonna wanna hear this thing. It's higher compression than it was before. It's gonna be freaking awesome. So see you guys, and go get yourself the FD support pack pre-order ASAP. don't sleep. And don't forget, make sure you've got conjure, grit, and you never give up on your dreams.